Welcome back to Lobotomy Corporation. I'm Grillmesta, and today we have Bird of Judgment. Bird of Judgment is a long-legged bird with its eyes bandaged up and a balance on its neck. This is the armor and gift even of Judgement Bird, and it is very high on pale. It is very good on protection. As far as what you send it in on, very low on repression, high on pretty much everything else if you have good enough stats. The story of Bird of Judgment. It's a bird that carries around an unfair scale and judges the living in a dark forest. The scale always tilts in the same direction, but it doesn't know this because its eyes are covered. Or it knows and is just ignoring the fact. A long time ago, the bird was once a fair judge. Its scale tilted according to the sins committed. Bird of Judgment made a scale that was capable of weighing any sin to protect the forest. In the past, Number O's eyes could see through everything. Its eyes were always shining, like the stars in the night sky. But it gave its eyes to Big Bird in order to save the forest. Now its eye sockets are hollow. The bandage flutters in the wind, as if it would rip off any second. The bird's face was once covered in gleaming feathers, but they are now all gone. All that remains is the unfair scale. Bird of Judgment continues on with the judgment. The abnormality details. When the work result was normal, quote counter was reduced with a normal probability. When the work result was bad, quote counter was reduced with a high probability. As you can see, the lower the stats, the worse you have it. Instinct is the lowest, as well as attachment compared to insight. So insight is the highest one to send them into, and repression is by far the lowest. The weapon and the armor are both considered Aleph, even though this is a WA abnormality. So you do have to have relatively high stats to use it. The gift says 4%. I personally feel it's a lot higher, or lower chance to get this. Movement speed of 3, attack speed of 3, and repression work success rate plus 6. So this is one of the really good gifts to have. It is an escaped object, and it is kind of endured about all stats the same. It is very vulnerable to pale, though. When you send somebody in to Bird of Judgment, there's an old saying, never forget the Bird of Judgment, no matter how long it takes. It will eventually find you. Bird of Judgment is never in a hurry. Few realize their own sins. Bird of Judgment scale helps them realize their sins. Now, darkness reigns the forest. When Judgment Bird escapes, it proceeds to walk around and judge everybody in a room, which tends to lead to people hanging. It's not relatively hard to control when you have better abnormalities later on. In the beginning, it can be as hard as any Aleph. Pretty much some good people, and you can take care of it. Put it back in its containment facility. It does do pale damage, so you do have to watch out for pale damage. Pale shields is very helpful. That way they don't get judged. But that is Judgement Bird. I hope this helps. We're gonna exit over here because there's plans. There's secrets to Judgement Bird, which is coming soon. Until next time.